One by one, the speakers of the event took the podium drumming one course: the media must give people news they can use for economic development. First to go was Professor Levi Obonyo, Dean of the School of Communication, Language and Performing Arts, Daystar University, who said the media needs to begin tailoring its content to feed into the economic need of the demographics it operates within, so as to birth growth and development in the long run.
Simple. Just focus on development issues. This is agriculture, this is health, this is matters that affect the people. For example, how many farmers are engaged in profitable agricultural undertakings that people don't know? But by featuring them, let me give you a quick example. I've just been talking to a lady who, from less than 3 acres of land, somewhere in Game, produces tomatoes, onions, and sukuma, and earns an average of 5,000 shillings a day selling those vegetables. What's that in a month? 150,000. What's the role of media in highlighting stories, success stories of that nature that will then feed into the public's imagination to spur them to engage in development? So focus on the issues that are development oriented, that are going to improve the economic capacity of the citizens in the areas where you operate.
Further to this, Rose Lucalo Owino, a long-time practicing journalist and media consultant, said governments do not build nations, people do. As a result, the media should use its influence to feed people with content that opens up their eyes and minds to jobs and investment opportunities in the region and country at large.
Well, I mean, media is supposed to be in touch and in tune and to report what is on the ground. It's a question of speaking to people, finding out what's going, and making sure that you're relaying information. It's not something very difficult that we're asking media to do when we say that they should be telling people what's going on the ground. And when you talk about investment, people are very interested in investing and in making money, in expanding their incomes, just looking at new opportunities that can help them to survive better.
To sink the point further home, Churchill Otieno, editor, online and news content Nation Media Group, insisted on the importance of not just Kisumu but all other regional blocks to establish credible and stable media houses to operate within the regions and feed into the particular needs of the region, as well as giving them fair coverage in a bid to attract foreign investors.
I think we have to accept that with the 2010 Constitution having come into force, one of the biggest impact it brought around is the creation of counties through devolution. And these counties have gone on to cultivate their own identities, and even though they share in the national vision, they have also regional differentiated visions. A vision is not a vision unless you carry the people with it. Yeah? And they created these visions given their unique opportunities and unique capabilities and unique resources that they see in their areas. The journey to that vision is going to be long and it's going to be hard, and there are moments when it will be very painful. Yeah? Of course, there will also be happy moments for them. It is critical that they carry their people with them in realizing those visions, because unless the people share in the vision will be legless. Yeah. Now, given the need to differentiate the county or the regional blocks visions from the national one, it confirms that the people in those areas have different realities that they address, that they have slightly different priorities that they need to respond to. They need to have a conversation about those issues in their own context. That conversation cannot happen unless there are platforms that provide that space. Hence the need for localized media that are effective, that are robust, that are adaptive, and can respond to that need.
While Churchill makes a solid point in the establishment of regional media houses, many still opt to shy away from it as it is an expensive venture. To this end, Rose Lutalo says it's equally time the media needs to evolve and think of alternative ways to monetize so as to equally create jobs in the long run.
I think we're just asleep. Really, we just need to wake up. Kenya is one of the countries that is always winning awards for television adverts. We have very high quality production. We have all the techniques, whether you talk animation, whether you talk sound, graphics, film quality. We have good, well-qualified people. But we're not bringing this all together into an industry. We're not looking at the problems that hamper production, and we're missing out on a huge opportunity to exploit this moment in the information age. We're in the information age. Information carries currency right now. I spoke about an example of a Nigerian film that just got bought internationally for 10 million shillings. Not a very high budget film either. If you go down River Road in Kenya, go to Riverwood Academy, as we call it, our Hollywood, people are making money, but not in a coherent way. And I think this region is ripe to exploit that opportunity. It has a tradition of song, of dance, of very strong cultural engagement, And if we bring this together in a structured way, we can create products that the whole world will want to see.
As day one of the Lakeside Regional Media Expo comes to an end, journalists have been left with a challenge to go back to the drawing board and examine both their structures and strategies so as to ensure moving forward they place people at the center of every story. This is supposed to nurture and empower people both socially and economically moving forward. Reporting for BrandPlus TV from Tom Mboya Labour College in Kisumu County, I'm Ondiro Oganga.